You know, every time we start this podcast, I feel like I'm a DJ. You know, I'm at the
What do you
equipment.
That's so lame. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Oh.
What? Hi, Campbell. We have a house full of kids. We're podcasting.
Of course, always.
It's 6:03 in the evening.
So we're trying to podcast early because
Kristin has a drink.
I don't.
Danna doesn't because she's
I feel like I've been on a bender, so I'm going to try to
bender.
I don't remember the last day that I didn't have a drink. Like a glass of wine with dinner or something, because
That's because you've been like living it up, going to fancy restaurants, going to vineyards, going to concerts.
I've been like going nonstop. So I'm like, tonight I am not going to drink because I went to a concert
well, that's
last
pretty
night.
Boring.
Well, this is why, like,
Who are you?
maybe I'll have one. I don't know.
I go out of town. My husband goes in their pool, does a flip off the diving
He
board.
did. So we had such a fun weekend. So Friday night.
I had a fun weekend too.
No, you didn't. Friday night, we
Wasn't like yours.
If anyone wants a recipe for the Blackstone for cheeseburger, fried rice, it might be the greatest thing we've ever
So it is
discovered.
good, and you've apparently perfected it from the
perfected it
first
this
time, which was
yeah.
really good.
It was good the first time, but we perfected it this time.
So
it was excellent.
My whole family, except Campbell and I, so the boys
All the boys.
all stayed home, while Campbell and I drove to go wash Jack's Border Leicester Bottoms.
That's your problem.
Because
we
they got the
had a
shoots.
pool party.
Yeah, so I'm cleaning diarrhea,
It was 90 degrees.
and you're having a party.
It was great. We had such a fun night. You really should have been here.
Well, I had a fun night too because I got to hold baby Bo and Archie and Olive.
I would have rather had cheeseburger fried rice.
It was actually really fun to see them. And so we got to like do all those things, but minus the diarrhea part.
Yeah, that stinks. But yeah, we had a fun weekend.
But don't
And
worry. My dad took fecal samples and they have nothing wrong with
So
them.
like, what part of this story did you think? I bet our listeners are going to want to hear this.
You know, I think our listeners know that I'm just
Like
odd.
Okay. So anyways,
They like me for that.
that is what I did this weekend. And then Saturday night, I don't think I did anything.
Oh, yes, you did. Wait, I don't know what you did Saturday night, actually.
What the heck did I do?
Did you go to Columbus?
No, I went Sunday morning to Columbus.
You were doing something because we came home Saturday night.
Oh, Liv had a volleyball
Oh,
tournament.
yeah, we saw you.
Yeah, so she went to a sand volleyball tournament, like super just chill, fun.
That seems like a week ago, by the way.
Everything seems like a week ago. I agree.
You stopped by the barn.
I did, and then we went to watch Liv, and then I had a couple White Claws there. Like
At the volleyball game.
yeah, it's an outdoor like sand volleyball courts, and they have a bar and a restaurant there. It's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Look at this.
So yeah, so we went
So
there.
Saturday at the sheep show, I took, this is wild, Mom, don't listen. I took one Twisted Tea Light, because you know I love these things, to the sheep show. And I thought, when it's really hot, like noon, I'm going to have a drink because then I can still drive home. And someone did bring up the point that I do have two children who could drive.
Two
with me in
very
the
capable
car.
drivers. This is accurate.
And so I'm like, oh, yeah. But the whole point is that I was going to be like wild and drink this drink at the sheep show in the middle of the day. Well, then I got a little sidetracked because the little kids, like there's a family that has like little kids, 2 sets of twins actually, but that might be a good podcast
this is
topic.
where we so differ.
They had a little kiddie pool. So we'd finished showing the Border Leicesters who did get their bottoms clean. Thank you, Josie. And I took off my shoes, took off my socks because they wanted me to put my feet in their dirty pool because, you know, they'd been little kids running around.
It's just so odd to me.
So I
this
set my
whole
drink down.
lifestyle.
And then they don't want me to get up. So I'm sitting in a little kid chair in a little kiddie pool. And one of the dads is like, Kristin, do you know that your horn Dorsets are on deck to the show?
Anyone that's listening that I brought
That's
to
my
the
breed.
table, yeah.
They've left.
Anyways, this is like a lab and a golden retriever is the best way I can
So
describe
I
what she's
go to
saying.
get up out of the pool, and the chair, because I'm sitting in a kid chair, got stuck on my cell phone in my back pocket, and it's dangling. I have to shove on my tennis shoes. I almost missed the sheep show. The whole point of this was then I came back to like try to enjoy my drink, that I was going to be wild, and it was gone. I got no drink.
So like your wild is like, I'm going to bring one drink. So yesterday I took my daughter to Columbus and
I'm gonna drink
her
to this.
a wild experience. We went and we took her to Buckeye Country Superfest it was at the shoe, it was at Ohio Stadium. It was quite an experience to take your child to and be like,
I've never taken my child to a concert in
I
a stadium.
already know I know she knows what that smell is, and I know what that smell
Puke?
is, but no. No, it was, I'm sure we all enjoyed
A lot
the
of
evening.
420.
It was, right. It was a lot of, Mary Jane came to the concert as well.
Kind of shoes.
Yes. When we got back, we had to walk back to our hotel, which, I mean, we were planning on doing that. But anyways, we get back to the hotel. There's a gentleman just puking at the door of the hotel. Like, it was a very, what you would expect for like an all-day country thing. But she went to go see Zach Bryan is her absolute favorite singer, and he was the headliner. And I will say it was probably one of the better concerts I've been to, because not only do I like him, but there were two other bands that I would have never in a million years wanted to go see.
You didn't want to see Billy Strings, and you liked it.
I had zero interest in seeing Billy Strings.
I like him.
I will tell you, I do not like listening to him. Like, we've put him on the radio. I don't really like him. If you are a fan of any kind of string instruments, though, like fiddles and banjos, and they are an incredibly talented group. But they were amazing in person. Like, holy
They're kind of
cannoli.
cute.
No, I thought the guy looked like Dwight Schrute from The Office.
I think they're kind of cute.
And if my cell phone reception was better, you know, when you have like no cell service in those kind
you
of
would have
places.
looked it up to show
I was
everybody.
trying to be like, look, it's Dwight Schrute, but it wasn't working. And then this other band was called Turnpike Troubadours. And we were the lead singer was probably like our age, so we just had to laugh, but they were really, really good. So it was quite an entertaining day. It was very, very hot.
And you took one of Liv's friends.
We brought one of Liv's friends. So this was Liv's birthday gift. Her birthday is actually next month. But
Why didn't you take my daughter?
Because I don't think your daughter is a huge Zach Bryan
I'm just
fan.
kidding.
So her reasoning for taking the friend that she took was,
I see. I'll remember this
girl-
when I have good concert tickets to
if
the
it's
next
a concert that she wants to go to.
I'm just kidding. I don't even go to concerts.
No, you don't. So anyways, so we spent the night in Columbus last night. They got to see, there were like people making out, people smoking around them. And you know.
Did they see girls going in the boys' bathroom because
I
the lines are
don't.
always shorter?
Here's the crazy thing. The lines, they were so prepared for this. There were porta potties inside the stadium on top of the regular bathrooms
Nice.
there. I think I waited, the max line was like 4 people in front of me. And
Impressive.
it was a sold out crowd. Like, it was pretty insane. But it was a
2 nights, by the way.
2-night
I
event.
didn't know he performed both nights.
He performed both. So there were about 5 bands each day. All but one performed both nights.
Yeah, I did not know that.
So it was really, really entertaining. He was he was fantastic to watch. He really, really was.
So we do listen to music at sheep shows, just not live.
Right. So that's fair.
Yeah.
But it was fun to go with her. She sat 2 rows behind us, but we were close enough that we could
So
like
she and
see.
Sadie sat behind you together. Well, that's kind of fun
they sat
for
by
them.
themselves, and then us and another couple sat, and then we met up with 2 or 3 other couples that we're friendly with, and friends with.
We're friendly with?
I don't know why I said it like that. We are actual friends with.
Danna's friendly. That's because she's not normally friendly.
Well,
We're
I
friendly
feel
with
like
a
you would
couple
say that
people.
about someone that you're not friends. You would just say friendly,
Yeah.
but we're actually friends with them. So we met up with them before and after, but they had seats. They were down on the field, so they.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they were better than us.
Oh.
But like Liv's like, Mom, I wouldn't have even been able to see because she's like short. She's
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't have even been able to see. Our seats were actually great seats. We were really happy.
That's good because that's one of my things that I don't love about concerts in the stadium. I feel like the sound is always weird.
The sound
seats
was
are-
not as good as
Yeah,
when
it's
you see them
hard.
in like arenas, when you see bands in arenas.
You know what? I would
It's
like to
the
see
echo.
him at Promo West or whatever my brother's place is. That would be cool.
Yes, like a smaller.
Yeah, smaller. I want to see Chris Stapleton in a smaller
Chris
venue
Stapleton was
too.
just here. He was.
I know, but
was
he was
at
in a big.
Blossom.
I want to see him because I want to hear him. I've
Yes.
heard that like his raw sound.
So now I will say,
And
an
his wife
amphitheater,
sometimes
though,
sings.
Like, so Chris Stapleton was here. He was at Blossom, and the one thing that I love about Blossom is the sound quality is always really good there because it's an amphitheater. So like, it literally is in. If you've ever been to Blossom Music Center, it is probably one of my favorite places to ever watch a concert. It's very calm. Like, you just get to, like, we lay a blanket out. We just hang out. Like, you can, well, you can't bring chairs anymore. You used to be able to bring lawn chairs in there. But you can bring a blanket and hang out on the lawn. And it's just super, super fun. And it's just like a big party.
Do you know at Polaris, like the mall,
Yeah.
there used to be Polaris Amphitheater?
I did
you
not
ever
know
go
that.
to a concert
No,
there?
I never knew
They used to
that.
have a big amphitheater style
Really?
venue there that was for concerts. Yeah.
So Blossom is pretty awesome to see.
I've never been there,
going.
but-
You should go. Like really, it's a really fun.
Yeah.
experience.
When are you going to go there, Danna?
I'm going tomorrow. So
She's a concert person.
I am,
I don't even know how we're friends.
I am a concert person. I love concerts. I love live music. I love like going to a restaurant and listening to
Well,
live
I do
music.
too. I just don't do concerts.
I do. I love concerts. So we're going to see Dave Matthews Band tomorrow night, but I am kind of regretting
I've
this.
seen him in concert. I don't know if you knew that, but I have.
I did not know that. I have seen him multiple times. He's probably one of my like favorites, I would say, from when I was younger. Yes, Dave Matthews. So we're going to that, and it's funny because we offered Bill and Kristin tickets. They did not want them.
No, Bill's out of town.
It doesn't matter. We offered our other friends tickets that went with us last night, and they were like, I just think it's going to be too much. And I was like, you guys are babies, whatever. Totally made fun of them. I am having a panic attack about going to this concert.
And you're going
tomorrow.
on a bus.
We're going on a party bus because nobody wants to drive, which I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to do that. But I'm panicking because I'm like so sleepy right now from last night. And now I have to, I said I'm going to bed early tonight and I have to work tomorrow. So I'm like,
Not till 9, Patterson Fruit Farm, new summer hours,
summer
9
hours.
a.m. to 6
Thank
p.m.
goodness.
Strawberry season has concluded.
officially over. I don't mind strawberry season, except I do mind losing that hour of sleep.
It was so weird because I get so used to it. But then when you get to not open the market till
You
9,
feel like it's so late.
It's so late.
I know. It is
Yeah.
weird. It is weird.
Strange.
So I worked. It's just going to be a long day. It's been a long few days. And then like Wednesday night, we have volleyball and Sam has golf. Thursday night, I'm supposed to go to Playhouse Square to see Back to the Future, but I haven't decided if I'm even going. And Friday night, we have dinner plans. And I told Tom, I'm like, I'm already stressed
Where
about
are you going Friday night? Look at you.
We are
this
going
is like
with
every
Tom's-
weekend.
We don't have a place yet. We're going, Tom's cousin, who we went out with probably like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah. You should go to that new place that I told you about
What?
In Willoughby.
So they live far from here, so I don't know if we try to find somewhere like in
close.
between.
Okay, never mind.
But you went. I don't
That
know
place
what
was
place.
yeah. We looked it up. It's all local fare. You don't tip.
You did tell me about this. I don't remember what
It's
it's
in
called.
an old retirement home, which sounds really weird. Oh shoot, what's it called?
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
My
So
hairdresser Kelly said that it's super great.
speaking of hair, I'm getting my hair cut this week. I decided.
Are you gonna get it short? Like cut it off?
It needs a few inches off. Like it needs a good cut. It's been probably 3 years since I've had a real haircut, like other than a trim here and there. And my hair is very, very thin, like baby fine. So when it gets too long, it looks stringy and greasy. So it is at that point, and it needs a good, solid few inches off. I'm ready for it. I hate drying my hair. I hate styling it. So I'm just.
So I don't dry my hair. I don't style my hair.
Yeah,
I
you
don't do
don't
anything
have
with
to,
my hair, but I have a
though. But you
lot
have
of
so
hair.
much of it.
So we have the opposite problem. Like
Yeah.
I have so much hair.
Like,
it's a
I
lot
have-
to deal with.
I have to wash it every single day. When I had my extensions, I didn't have to wash it every day.
I have to wash
have-
mine every 10 days.
Right. I miss that.
Yeah,
I
it's
miss
rough.
that. I literally would kill to have that again. But so this is like excessive. It's too long. And I need color really bad. And I notice when I need color, my hair starts to look a little greasier also. Probably because the color damages it so badly that it dries it out. But that's okay. So that is Thursday. I'm getting my hair done. I'm very excited. And that's it.
You haven't
just have a
decided
very
any other
busy week.
social plans that you
I
have?
have nothing else. No.
What are you doing Saturday night?
don't have
Highfalutin
anything.
dinner plans?
Oh no, I have we have 2 graduation parties on Saturday to go to. Yeah.
At least you don't have to cook for those.
I don't have to cook, that's true. But we have 2 graduation parties on Saturday, and then I don't think we have anything Sunday. Oh, Sam has a golf tournament during the day. But that's it.
Oh, nice. Well, you're keeping busy.
It's too busy though. Like I always make fun of you when I'm like, you overbook yourself. And this is why I hate this. I hate weeks like this. I'm feeling very, very, very stressed.
I feel like we don't have much going on this week. Like we don't even have a sheep show this weekend.
I feel incredibly stressed this week.
I'm like footloose and fancy free. I don't have a husband.
I'm trying to, well, he's only gone, one more day?
Yeah, I think so. But then I think he has another meeting or something, like a day meeting,
I don't
just
know
for a
how you
little
guys keep
visit.
I don't know. I do not like this every day of something. I miss summers of just doing nothing.
Those summers are gone.
They
the
are.
summers are too booked.
Yeah. So, and I feel like I need a vacation, like a good.
You've got one coming, so that's good.
It's not, so the problem with this is we booked this vacation. We're going to Marco Island, and if you have any suggestions on things to do in or near Marco Island, I would love to hear them. But the problem with when we're going the last week of July, which is the last possible week for us to go because kids start fall sports first week of August, is that I feel like I'm wishing away the summer now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait for vacation, but then it'll be here and summer will be over. So that part kind of stinks. But
so I have to tell you about my trip to Charlotte. We podcasted while I was in Charlotte.
yes.
And so I actually got to meet someone really cool. I don't even think you know this. And I haven't shared a picture. You probably do know.
I know because I talked to your husband, but
So-
you should really tell this story because it's pretty neat.
Here's a funny thing that our friend Marla, my whole life I've thought she liked NASCAR. It's not NASCAR that she likes. It's Formula One racing.
Oh, yeah.
Which
they're two
apparently
very
is
different
different.
things, yeah.
And I don't even know that because I'm not a big racing fan. So while in
Yeah.
Charlotte, we are at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. So Charlotte's like big NASCAR racing country. I like NASCAR. I've never watched a race like other than seeing it in the background. Not a huge fan, but I think race car drivers are kind of cool, and I'd like to do it.
And some of them are so well known that everyone, even if
Right.
you don't follow the sport, you know who they are.
So we had a dinner and we got to sit with one of my good friends she's actually not my good friend. We're friendly. No, I do consider them a friend. And we usually at these types of events, we get to sit with them one time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always love to sit with them because we always usually I feel like Bill and I are kind of like just down to the earth people. And like, we always have weird stories in our life. And somehow we got onto the story about bee stings. And I'm like, oh, I got stung by hornets. Do you remember this? And I'm talking about how I had to take my pants off in the front yard. And they walk up to the table. They're like, we can always count on entertainment when we get to sit with you. I'm like, oh, you guys walked in at the wrong time. Anyways, we had a lovely dinner, catching up. And then we had to go into like the amphitheater because they were going to do a presentation. Which the NASCAR Hall of Fame in Charlotte is really cool, even if you're not a NASCAR fan.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The coolest part is they have all the cars, which you can see progress over the years. But my favorite part was, since I've never been to a race, I don't know, the incline of the track.
Oh,
It's not like a flat circle.
I mean, I knew it was inclined, but is it really
some
steep?
of them, oh my gosh, someone said like sometimes 34 degrees.
Holy cow.
So anyways, you get to walk up on a track, and this one was 15 degrees. And I'm like, how do they drive on this?
Yeah.
Like, because you can walk, like you hold and you can like stand there and you see. So that was like really cool for me. I have a new appreciation
For sure.
for what they do. We got to drive in a simulator. But the cool thing is that when we went into the amphitheater for the program, they introduced a nationwide customer. This was a nationwide insurance and farm bureau event. And so I told Bill, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the only person I know is, now I'm forgetting his name,
Dale
Earnhardt
Jr.
Jr. And Bill's like, no way. And here he comes. He walks out. And that's a cute hat, Campbell. And so Dale Earnhardt Jr. walks out and sits on the stage. And it was like a Q&A. And it was really fun. And he's just like down to earth. Like lives on a little farm. Like has been a nationwide customer since he was 16. But let me tell you the coolest part of the whole thing. We did get our picture taken because I did it for Silas. And we just got to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like it was weird. His sister, Kelly, is like the coolest person. And she's like, so are you a NASCAR fan? And I'm like, I'm really not. Like, I wish I could say I was, but
for sure.
she was amazing. And I get that she's like his PR person,
Yeah.
like she runs their family business. But I told Bill, I'm like, she was so cool.
That's awesome.
She was like I don't know, just a down to earth girl who happens to be the sister of Dale Earnhardt Jr., who runs his whole business. And she was so fun. Like throughout the whole night, we got to, and Bill's like, this is her job. Like she's getting paid to talk to you.
For sure.
I'm
but
like, no, I feel like we were like fast little friends.
But you know what? She is probably really good at her job if she didn't make you feel that way.
That's what I said. That's
Yeah.
how good she is at her
Yeah,
job.
if
She's probably
you
like, I had to
don't-
talk to this dumb
But if
lady
you don't
from
make someone,
Ohio.
so I thought it was interesting. Bill told me that he actually owns property up here.
Yeah, in Ohio, they own about 1,000 acres that they
Yeah,
hunt
I thought
on.
that was really, really
So I'm
neat.
like that, like where I'm not a hunter. I've been hunting.
No, but you can
like
appreciate
I
that.
love like the down, and that's how NASCAR is. Like just like really grassroots, down to earth people, and so that was fun.
And
So
Bill told me that he got to do like a simulator thing.
yes, right beside Dale Earnhardt
Yeah,
Jr.
he's like, I beat him.
No, he did not. But his sister Kelly
I'm just kidding. He didn't
beat
say
him for one
that.
lap.
He did say that
She
he's like,
la-
I
yeah.
beat her for like, or
Yeah,
she beat
well,
him. Or
I was
something.
doing
That's what
really,
it was.
really good until I wrecked my car, and I was driving backwards. And so then someone says, I hope we don't have car number 6 insured. And I'm like, oh, that's me. And yes, you do.
That's awesome.
Like, we might need to revoke the policy.
Right.
But
so
that
funny.
takes such a level of intensity. Like, we did, like, I don't know, it was a couple minutes in a simulator.
That's awesome.
And I was like, what do you do to, like, mentally prepare yourself for this? Not to mention that, did Bill tell you? Then we also had a competition. Bill and I, they have 2 NASCARs. This was also fun. And you're the pit crew. So you have to like change the tire, give it fuel.
Oh, yes. He did tell us
and
about
we
this.
raced. And I beat him the first time pretty
awesome.
bad. Second time, he only beat me by like 0.5 seconds because I forgot to lower my jack. I forgot. But the amount of concentration that these people, my heart was racing.
Place to go check out.
It was
like,
neat.
Yeah.
It
So
was
I know
neat.
we're going to be out of time, but I have to tell 2 quick stories very quickly regarding last week's podcast. The first one is we spoke about cupcakes about Mr. Branch.
Yeah.
And somebody called and ordered cupcakes from him.
Right.
And
the best part was he doesn't listen to our podcast.
He does not.
And then we should get a code, Mr. Branch. We need a code, a discount code for fire
Like
and what's his business name? I don't even
remember
know.
the name
It's
of it
like
now.
fire and frosting or something.
Yeah, frosting and fire.
Frosting and fire.
So
This is why we get paid the big
code
dollars.
mismatched for 10% off.
10% off.
Sorry, Mr.
all
Branch.
cupcakes.
So that's the first thing. And then secondary that I wanted to talk about, this is really the shocker of the week. My mom texted the other day. And now my mom left yesterday. She got an opportunity to go on a private jet out to Seattle to go to wine country for the week.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yes, my uncle's good friend, they all went together. So she was getting ready to leave. I texted her the other night. I said, have the best time. I love you. She said, no problem. Here's my code so you can track me. And I'm like,
she listens.
what are you talking about? Oh, I played dumb because I thought maybe this was coincidental. And she said, I said, do you mean for Life 360? And she said, yeah, like here, you have to put this in.
Oh, this is so sweet.
So I said, wait a second, did you listen to my podcast? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, I really did not think she listened to the podcast. She probably, I think it was a fluke. I don't think she listens every week.
She listened to the right one.
But now I can track my mom on Life 360.
And I'm not even tracking my mom yet.
It's so funny because
where's she at now? Is she in wine country still?
She is. So
while you're pulling up your mom, I pull into the sheep show, which was like 98 degrees. So I had to wear shorts in public, and we talked about on the podcast, like I don't wear shorts. So I roll in, and my friend was like, whoa, is Kristin wearing shorts?
But you were wearing shorts because it's so weird.
And I'm like, I know, put on your sunglasses.
Yeah.
My legs are blinders.
Yeah.
But 2 people referenced me wearing shorts. And I'm like,
so she is currently driving 74 miles an hour.
Okay,
They're
Heidi, I hope
speeding
that's the speed limit.
along the
Touche, it says.
in Touche, Washington, alongside the Oregon border, because they were going. What were they going for today to Oregon for?
They're near Kennewick.
They were going to some waterfall out there. They were going to check out. She's driving near US 12. It says. So.
Hi, Heidi. You do
so
listen.
we have these 2 separate things now. So like I can go to my family or I can go to her, and so now
I'm telling you, this is the thing of the future. Kids tracking their parents.
So now I'm checking my mom. I mean, I don't really have intent to, but if I ever need to know where she
that was
is.
a fun surprise.
Thought
I
I'd
don't
let
even
you
know if Jane listens anymore. We'll see who's
probably gave
better,
up on
Jane or
us.
Heidi.
She probably
Which
gave up.
one?
Have a
Until
good
next
week.
time, friends, we're mismatched.